What is going on, YouTube? My name is Zugzwang, and today I'm bringing you guys another commentary, this time on some Black Ops 3 gameplay. It's not on Infinite Warfare. You guys know how I feel about the game. I'm not going to express myself and repeat my same thoughts over and over again. But we're playing some Black Ops 3 today, and quick shout out to my friends Steve and Verda, who played with me in this gameplay. I will leave a link to their Twitters below. So if you'd like to go and give them a follow and know what they're doing, they're two really lovely people, and I couldn't be more grateful to have them be my friends that will play with me. Now, on to the topic of today's video. What do I want from a competitive Call of Duty? This is not a question that has one answer. I mean, I would hope that it wouldn't have only one answer, as there's a lot of things, in my opinion, that competitive Call of Duty can be improved upon. The first thing that I want, and these are in no particular order, I just made a list of things I want. The first thing is I want 5 maps for each game mode. Now, I'm not saying I want 5 maps that can be played for every game mode. If a game mode only works on one map, so for example, if a game mode works for search, but it doesn't have the right feel for hardpoint, then only play it for search. You don't need to play it for hardpoint as well. But I'm saying I just want 5 different variations, or not variations, but 5 different maps that can be played for each game mode. That way, we can have some fresh and new kind of plays every single time we see the map, and we don't kind of get the same regurgitated maps over and over again. That's just kind of my opinion. I would love to see more competitive maps than that, but based on how Activision, like Activision in total, not just Infinity Ward, but the way Sledgehammer, Treyarch, and Infinity Ward all make their games, typically you don't get a lot of amazing maps. So I just want 5 good maps for each game mode. Now the next thing I want is I want a balanced weapon meta. Now I'm not asking for every gun to be perfectly balanced and all the guns to be cookie cutter copies of the same kind of gun, just with a different look. I just want it so that there's a few different guns that are usable. Like in Black Ops 3, I mean, we saw people using the MSMC, the Scorpion Evo, and the MP7, some people. And we also, for ARs, saw the M8 and something else, but I'm losing my train of thought. But in Black Ops 3, people complain about the weapons meta in Black Ops 3, but I thought it was fine for the most part. You had the VMP, which is probably the dominant sub, but you also saw people run the Kuda for kind of a more long-range sub. You also saw some people run the Vesper if they wanted to be right and close. And that's even post-nerf Vesper. You still saw some people use it. Now, AR-wise, you had people running the M8, obviously. Everybody loved the M8. You also saw people running the Shiva, as well as the Manowar, and occasionally, if stuff was banned, you saw people popping out the XR2. I thought that is enough. Like, you have 3 or 4 usable weapons. That's all you need. I just don't want it to be kind of Ghost, although I actually enjoyed Ghost competitive. I just don't want it to be Ghost, where it's every single person on the map has a Vesper. Or like at the beginning of Infinite Warfare, where every single player on the map had a K-bar in their hands. It's not that fun to watch. There's not a whole lot of specialization there for each individual role of each player on each team. And I like it when each player says, yeah, I run this weapon and I do this certain role for my team. Because otherwise, we all have the same weapon in our hands, then we can all kind of do the same thing, which is nice. But to me, then you don't get into a lot of these fun arguments about, like, who is the best AR player? Is it Clayster or is it Formal? Or is it even Slasher? You don't get into these fun arguments that can be had if you have multiple guns that are viable. Or at least even multiple roles that are viable. As long as you have ARs and subs and snipers. I mean, how many times have we seen arguments about, like, who is the best sniper in the game? Is it Formal? Is it Aqua? Is it John? Is it Apathy? I'm missing names there. Oh, Nagafen, obviously, yeah. How could I forget Nagafen? The point being, we're able to have these arguments because so many different guns at least work or viable. So that's what I really like about like varied weapon metas. And I think like Black Ops 3 had a fine meta. I didn't need it to be even more diverse. I mean, it would have been great if it would have been more diverse, but I know it's very difficult to do that, and I was fine with the Black Ops 3 meta. The next thing that I think is mandatory for the next Call of Duty game to be a great competitive game is a ranked playlist. I'm on the record for saying I loved ranked playlists. Like, not even in one particular game, I just love the idea of a ranked playlist. You can go in by yourself or go in with a team of 4, playing a competitive rule set with only four players, most of the stupid stuff banned from the game. And it feels kind of competitive without needing to have a team or without the pressure of a UMG or a GB. To me, that is perfect and lovely, and that balance is really important to find in a ranked playlist. Now, the first thing that we need is we need to get base bans out of the way and get rid of all the dumb stuff that people like using. In Black Ops 3, there are so many things left unbanned that it's ridiculous in ranked. For a while, care packages and UAVs were in there, and eventually they got banned, but counter UAVs are in there. Rejects in there. Hives in there. High caliber is in there. To be fair, Activision never banned high caliber or rapid fire. But why didn't they ban high caliber or rapid fire? It doesn't make sense to me because those are two very fluky items that don't increase the skill gap. Now, obviously those weren't base bans for everything, but you need exactly the same base bans that you're going to use for competitive in that ranked playlist. You also need a way to deter people from quitting. It happens in every ranked playlist, and you need a way to fix it. I've said possibly that you maybe not only suspend them from the ranked playlist, but maybe you suspend them from the game servers for a little while. Now, I don't think Activision would do this, because if you think about it, if I ban you from playing my game, you're not going to be playing my game, and you're not going to get invested in it, and you're not going to keep playing it, and Activision may say, well, if they aren't going to keep playing my game, why am I going to ban them if that's going to push them away from my game in total? So I don't know if that's necessarily the right way to go about it, but there needs to be something done to get rid of people that rage quit or just quit when they get something banned that they don't like. Another thing is you need incentives for people to play in the ranked playlist. Give them cool weapon camos, give them cool gear. You get nothing in the past few games for playing ranked. I mean, sure, in Advanced Warfare you got some like weapon gear, but was the weapon gear that cool? I mean, I don't think it was. I think it was kind of bland and boring. It was kind of like all the other boring things that they had in the game. So to me, that wasn't a real incentive to play it. They need to have something that incentivizes people to play the game. The next thing is, I'm fine with map vetoes and ban and protects. I think it kind of forces teams to try and be good at every single game. Or not every single game, but being good at game modes on multiple maps. Because if you're only good at one map and the other team says, okay, that's fine, you can be good at that map, but we're going to ban it and we're not going to allow you to play that, it punishes teams from being really good at one map and kind of forces teams to try and play other maps that they may not be so good at. So that's one thing for me, or like I said. The ban and protect, there's a lot of dissension of opinion on ban and protect. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't. I like it if it is instituted at the start of the series and those bans last throughout the whole series. So if you're playing against someone who's amazing with the M8, say Slasher, and you don't want Slasher to be able to use the M8, you ban the M8 at the start of the series, and then Slasher cannot use the M8 for the rest of the series. I think that's the way to go about it. That way you're wasting less time in between each individual game, but you still get that ban and protect in the overall series. The next thing is the order of the maps in a competitive series. I believe it should be Hardpoint, S&D, CTF, Hardpoint, S&D. People that play with me, people that have known me for a while, know I'm a sucker for CTF. In my mind, it's the perfect game mode, and to me it really shows your ability as a Call of Duty player, because you have to be able to read the map, read the spawns, anticipate what other teams are going to do before they do them, and you have to be able to still outgun people. To me, that's pretty spectacular that they're able to combine all of those elements of the game in one game mode, and to me, there's no other game mode that can top it. And I know that's kind of an unpopular opinion, but that's just how I look at things. The next thing is I want still 2 hardpoints and 2 S&Ds. I like uplink in like these kind of jetpack game modes, but I want to go back to boots on the ground. I think CTF in boots on the ground is perfect, and that's about that. I also want best of 11s to make a comeback. Personally, I just enjoy the best of 11 format over the 2 best of 5 formats, but that's just me and that's my opinion. The next thing is events, events, events. We need more events. Think about this year for Infinite Warfare. We had, let's say, 3 major events in the first, so the game came out in November, December, January, February. That's 4 months. We had 3 events. That is not enough. What happens with a game like Call of Duty is, viewers actively want to watch all the time. And when they watch an event and they get really invested in all these teams, and they can't watch these teams play for another month and a half in a real event, they tune out. I mean, for me, it's been hard to get involved in this year with the lack of events. The great things about years past is we had the Pro League where every Tuesday and Wednesday we would have games going on, and you could tune into those games and see your favorite players play week in and week out. But we don't have that. The LAN League is great, and I'm glad they're going to reduce the effects of online gameplay, but we're losing out on the constant interest in the game that comes with having a league system that runs year-round. And I think that's really, really important for a game like Call of Duty. Now, the next thing is not a competitive Call of Duty thing. It's a COD thing. We need to get rid of supply drops and specialists/rigs. Supply drops are great. I don't mind supply drops if they give you cool camos and cool player skins. But the second they start giving you weapons and you're allowed to buy supply drops from the store, you instantly turn me off as a player because you're putting me behind a paywall. And it's not like these companies don't have enough money, because they do. But it just seems like a money grab when they release these new weapons and you have to get to them through a supply drop. That's just how I look at it. Now, specialist-wise, I think they're very fluky and they don't really contribute to the game, and they don't necessarily reward players for good gameplay like kill streaks do, because you get them regardless. So those are my thoughts on what Call of Duty needs to improve upon in the future. If you agree with me or if you disagree with me, let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, like it, subscribe. I'm going to hopefully be uploading a little bit more. But leave feedback. Tell me what I can improve upon and what you enjoyed in the video. Have a wonderful day.